I'd like to take a few minutes to give you some insight on a typical OWI arrest and investigation, what you should and shouldn't do, and what some of your basic rights are. First of all, what you have to do if you are stopped by a police officer who suspects that you're intoxicated. You must identify yourself. You must give them your driver's license, your vehicle registration, and your proof of insurance card. You must also exit the vehicle if they ask you to, and you must submit to what's called a pat-down search. A pat-down search is a search of your outer clothing looking for weapons for officer safety. What a pat-down search is not is an invasive procedure where they can go into your pockets looking for drugs or other contraband. That exceeds the scope of a pat-down search. And should an officer try to do that to you, you should object, not physically, but verbally object to doing that. What you should not do is take any field sobriety tests, take any portable breath test, and most importantly, don't answer any questions. You are not required to do any of that in a typical OWI investigation. Field sobriety tests and questions are designed to incriminate you, and you are under no obligation to do that. One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, does the officer have to advise me of my Miranda rights? And the answer is no. They are not required to do so because you are not in custody. The next step in an OWI investigation is the officer most likely reading you what is called the implied consent law. In a nutshell, it tells you that you are required to take a blood, breath, or urine test, and if you do not, your driver's license will be suspended for a minimum of a year and a maximum of 2 years if you have a prior conviction. If you refuse to take a chemical test, the officer can use a pre-printed form, fax it to a judge, and if the judge reviews it and approves it, they are authorized then to take you to a healthcare facility, and most likely it would be Porter Hospital in Porter County, where they can draw blood from you and obtain a urine sample. If at the hospital you refuse, they are authorized to forcibly take the blood from you if necessary. That blood will be sent to a toxicology laboratory either in Lowell at the State Police Lab or in Indianapolis at the Indiana Department of Toxicology, and will be analyzed for controlled substances as well as alcohol. Additionally, even though they may have a blood test result from you as a result of that search warrant, you will still lose your driver's license for anywhere from a year to 2 years. It's important to remember that every OWI case is different. What may have happened to your friend, your neighbor, your relative may not happen to you, and I would suggest that anyone that's put in this position contact a lawyer who regularly handles OWI cases, get a consultation, and find out what your rights and responsibilities are.